I think because it's about decent, flawed people who are just sort of struggling along at various points in their lives, not really knowing what they're doing. I like that it's not really a morality tale. It's, you know, there are things in it that are sort of morally questionable, but they're human beings who are making mistakes and finding themselves in positions they never thought they'd be in. And I think sometimes just being a regular human being is quite difficult. And everybody in the movie really, more than anything, wants love and wants to be loved somehow. And they're all tripping over themselves, really, which I think is very sweet.
And Joanna especially is kind of tripping over herself.
Yeah.
Talk about kind of creating her dynamic. I mean, she's a very complex girl. She's not the kind of girl you think that, you know, is money hungry. She's very, she has different sides to her.
She does, and I think she was never expecting to be in a relationship with a married man. I think she started a relationship with a married man thinking he was going to, you know, take care of that, and then for one reason or another he didn't, and so she's in this position where she feels like, this isn't really me. I don't do this, and you know, is wounded and like I say, flawed, and then his son appears, and you know, they're all kind of like little moths towards the, you know, to love. They all want to kind of go towards love, and so she finds herself in that position, which sort of made it even worse. But actually in the movie, she's the one that sort of exposes the truth all the time. Throughout the movie, she sort of, without her, the family probably would keep all its secrets. So there was something quite nice about, even though she's sometimes inadvertently doing that.
Oh, I felt like too, Thomas kind of helps her on her own self-discovery, because I don't think she knew what she wanted until he probably came into her life.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all just kind of, you know, like I say, they're all kind of crashing into each other, and actually by the end of the movie, I do think everyone's in a better spot, but it's a bit rough for them getting there.
Well, let's talk about the New York aspect of this, because for some reason when I think New York, I actually do think you, and maybe it's because one of my favorite movies is Serendipity.
Oh, maybe that, yeah.
What do you kind of like about the New York aspect in this film?
I mean, this is my third movie I've done in New York, and they've all been really, really special and really special experiences, actually. But I love how this New York is it's very romantic New York. It's so beautiful, and it's I suppose the New York you want to see when you see a movie. You know, I think it's Mark Webb's little love letter to New York, and he's found some incredible locations, and it just feels, you know, really special.